So what exactly is the Amex Platinum card? The Amex Platinum card is a premium travel card that is going to give you a ton of benefits when you are traveling. You're going to get up to 5x points at the hotel and at the airport for checked bags, different fees that you're going to accrue when you are traveling. Now, for some information about the card, it has an annual fee of $695. It's actually up from years past. It has an APR of 22.99% and a penalty fee of 30%, which is really high. But the idea behind this card is that you need really good credit to apply for it. So the assumption going in is that you aren't going to miss any payments. And assuming you have the card, you aren't going to miss any payments. So this shouldn't be an issue for you, but I thought you guys should know that going in. The credit limit, it has no defined limit, which is crazy because most credit cards have a defined limit, and you're going to want to be using a portion of that limit known as credit utilization to kind of boost and look good on your credit score. The Amex Platinum card does not have a built-in credit limit on it. However, you can request to make a payment of a large sum of money. I tested it out with $100,000 just to see if it would accept it, and it didn't, which that seemed to be like a pretty reasonable limit. I'm not going and dropping $100,000 anytime soon on a singular purchase, but hey, if you're really balling out there, this credit card can handle large purchases at once without really threatening your credit utilization or your credit card limit, because the limit is not a defined number. So what are some of the perks? So some of the perks include getting cash back on different things that you're going to be spending money on anyways. It can be Uber credit, which you get $200 annually. You can get Equinox credit, which Equinox is a fitness club, sort of a luxury fitness club that's up to $300 per year. And you're also going to get access to a lot of these global lounges in different airports. They get lounges at LAX, JFK, LaGuardia, and Phoenix, some of the other airports out there. And these are some of the premium lounges like the Delta Sky Club and the Airspace Lounge that you normally would not get access to otherwise. But the Amex Platinum card, being a member, is going to get you access to those places. Also, you're going to be able to upgrade your rooms at a lot of these hotels simply by being a member, because it gives you that platinum high roller status, and that the hotel thinks you're going to spend a lot of money when that might not be the actual case. So it looks good for them, it looks good for you, and it helps you kind of boost the status of your room free of charge just by using your credit card. So with some of the perks, and rewards laid out. Now, the big selling point for this card is the 100,000 points that you're going to get when you spend $6,000 in the first 6 months of having the card. If you put a purchase that you normally make every month, like your rent, your bills, your utility bills, electric bill, whatever it might be, on your credit card, you will probably hit that $6,000 within the 6 months. Hey, if you go Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday deals, and you put all those purchases on this card, you easily could hit that $6,000 within the 6 months. And you're gonna get those 100K points back. Now, the 100K points can be redeemed for straight up cash exchange, or you can use it for airline miles to travel and fly. So in all honesty, exchanging it for those airline miles is gonna be worth more than strictly cash. But using it for those airline miles can get you flights to Asia, can get you flights to Europe, can get you flights to South America. The thing is, you just gotta know which airline you're flying on and look at the conversion rates, which change all the time. So you gotta be staying up on that and really plan your trips out accordingly to make the most of those points. So with the rewards and the perks laid out, let's talk about actually going ahead and getting this credit card. What is the process like? How do you apply? And what are some of the things you need in order to qualify? So for me, I'm 19 and I have a 777, it's lucky 7 credit score. That is my credit score. I checked recently on creditkarma.com. And the way I went about doing that was, number one, applying for 2 credit cards, one through Navy Federal, that I never missed a payment on. I've always paid it off and never carried a balance on. So those are really simple things that you can do, and those seem obvious, but people miss payments all the time. They carry a balance. And as I mentioned earlier about that credit utilization, some people max out their credit cards. They might pay them off, but they max them out, which is really bad for your credit score because it looks irresponsible to the credit card company. So when you are responsible and are utilizing your credit card, that ideal ratio between 7 and 12% of that credit limit. So for instance, if your credit limit is $10,000, you're going to be spending anywhere between $700 and $1,200 in any given month. You don't want to be using it too much, trying to max it out, because again, that looks irresponsible, but also you want to be using it because otherwise you're not going to be building any credit. So those are the two ways that I went about doing it. Now, the other thing I did was I talked to a relative of mine and I got signed on as an authorized user to his account. Now, you can do this pretty easily. You just ask them to add you as an authorized user and get their permission, get their consent, obviously. But you want to make sure that they have really good credit and a solid credit history. If they've missed payments, they have bad credit, do not do this. But if they do have good credit, definitely pursue this option, because that credit history and that credit score is going to transfer to you because they put you on as an authorized user. They trust you with their credit card. They trust you with their reputation and keeping the credit score and that payment history continuing. So if you get signed on as an authorized user, all of a sudden that history is going to transfer to you. So as a 19-year-old, I have over 9 years of credit history, which doesn't make any sense because you cannot get a credit card at 10 years old, but that is the way it works in the terms of a credit card. So, talk to relatives, talk to people who have established credit, and really form that relationship and ask, hey, can you put me on as an authorized user? Because that is going to massively accelerate this process of building credit, because they've already done all the work building the credit for you. They're simply adding you on as an authorized user. So let's look at some of the stuff in the box and talk about what you're going to get, what the card looks like, and yeah. We go. All right, so in the box right away, the first thing you're going to see when you open it up is the card itself. In here, you're going to have an envelope full of just credit details. It's going to have your APR. It's going to have a lot of the details that I laid out earlier. So this is the card statement that you're going to get. As you can see there, you got the $6.95 fee that's going to be paid out annually. You got your APRs. These are some important numbers you got to know. I already explained them earlier, but you're going to get that in the package whenever you open it. You got some other ones here. That's a waste of paper. This one, talking about additional benefits. So I didn't really cover that. I just covered some of the main travel perks. But these are some additional benefits that Amex is going to hook you up with if you're a member. Welcome kit, kind of, getting started, talking about the benefits, how to go about cashing them in. I can make separate videos talking about all that stuff. Some more paperwork here. So you got the card itself here. The card definitely feels fancy, right? It's thick, it's heavy, it's made of metal. You can hear that. That's the appeal of this thing. The thing about Amex is it's not accepted everywhere. So the place that do accept it, you're gonna get rewarded heavily for using it there. So you gotta pick and choose and know, hey, do you guys accept Amex? With now, you're probably gonna have to rock with like Visa or something else. So that's the card itself right there. And then when you open it up, you have this welcome message. They want this to feel like a premium experience. So, you welcome it, you pull the little tab, talk about, hey, here's how you activate your card, which is pretty self-explanatory. This is what I was talking about. The Amex got the Equinox credit. You got the Saks Fifth clothing store. This is talking about the Concierge Lounges, right? You got the collection of different lounges, like the Sky Club and the Airspace Lounge that you're gonna find at different airports around the country. So that's a really cool thing that you could start looking for, different lounges, getting in with your Amex card. You got some more points, talking about those 5X rewards on hotel purchases for different things like that. You're gonna get that $200 in both airline fee credit as well as, those statement credits for the hotel purchases. So that's $400 annually. That's gonna go towards travel. It's just gonna cut down on your expenses a little bit. Like I said, make your travel just a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit cheaper, and redeem that in the future. So that's pretty much everything that's in the package here. Like I said, they want it to feel like a premium experience. The cool thing about this is I applied, got approved, and within 24 hours, the card was shipped and was already at my house. So that was the craziest part of the thing for me. Immediately when you get it, boom, it's in the mail. You can start using it pretty much right away. So that was a really cool experience. And like I said, you're gonna wanna spend the $6,000 in 6 months to get the 100K in travel credit, because that's the main selling point of this card. That's gonna get you to and from, Italy. It's going to get you to and from places in Asia, probably for one person in, either business or you're going to get in business or in first class. So yeah, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are able to apply and get approved for the Amex Platinum card. In the future, I'm going to be comparing this card to the Amex Gold card, which I just applied for as well, and kind of putting the two and two together and seeing which card might be best for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.